How many times have you felt that gnawing frustration, that deep-seated anxiety, watching a championship contender fall short, not because of a lack of star power, but because of one glaring unaddressed weakness? It's a feeling all too familiar for fans of elite teams, a persistent ache that whispers, if only they had that one missing piece. Well, what if I told you that the Los Angeles Lakers championship dreams might hinge not on another colossal blockbuster, but on a player most casual fans have never even heard of? While the basketball world has been consumed by the seismic shifts of big names and splashy trades, there's a quietly brilliant basketball mind toiling away in Toronto, a hidden gem who could be the precise puzzle piece that transforms Los Angeles from a mere playoff hopeful into an undeniable, legitimate title contender. This isn't just about adding depth. This is about finding the keystone, the linchpin that locks an entire championship aspiration into place. The Lakers have been nothing short of a whirlwind this offseason, and I mean a veritable hurricane of activity. They've aggressively bolstered their roster, adding the towering presence of DeAndre Ayton, whose rim protection and interior scoring could be game-changers. They've injected the defensive tenacity and veteran savvy of Marcus Smart, a guard who embodies the grit and competitive fire essential for deep playoff runs. The versatile Jake LaRavia brings a blend of shooting and defensive potential, while Adiero offers raw, intriguing talent that could blossom under the bright lights of Hollywood. They've wisely locked down Jackson Hayes for another run, ensuring continuity in the front court. And in a move that shocked absolutely no one, yet somehow still sent palpable ripples of excitement through the basketball world, they secured Luka Doncic with a contract extension that screams unequivocally championship ambitions. These are all significant, impactful moves, signaling a clear intent to contend. But here's the thing that's undoubtedly keeping Rob Pelinka up at night, staring at the ceiling, and it should be keeping every single Lakers fan on edge, too. They are still desperately thin at the one position that could make or break their entire season. That coveted, indispensable 3-and-D wing spot remains their Achilles heel, a glaring vulnerability that every opposing team is circling like sharks sensing blood in the water. Let's be brutally, uncomfortably honest about what the Lakers are currently working with in that crucial wing rotation. Jared Vanderbilt, bless his heart and his tireless effort, has become about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane zone. Which is to say, you never truly know when he's going to show up or for how long. The man has been more injured than a stuntman in a perpetually running action movie franchise, and counting on him for consistent, impactful minutes is akin to building a house on quicksand, hoping it holds firm against the inevitable tides of an 82-game season and grueling playoffs. Then there's Rui Hachimura, a player whose inconsistency has been more erratic than a teenager's mood swings. One night, he flashes glimpses of the two-way force the Lakers desperately need, hitting clutch shots and playing stout defense. The very next, he's disappearing faster than free pizza at a college dorm, leaving fans bewildered and the coaching staff scratching their heads. The frustration among the Lakers faithful is not just palpable, it's entirely justified. You simply cannot win championships, not in today's hyper-competitive NBA, with such profound question marks at positions that are absolutely crucial to both offensive spacing and defensive versatility. This is where the basketball gods, in their infinite wisdom, might have presented the Lakers with a golden opportunity, wrapped not in purple and gold, but in Toronto Raptors red. Enter Ochai Agbaji, a name that should have every Lakers executive sprinting to their phones and every fan learning how to pronounce it correctly, because he could be the answer to those sleepless nights. At a mere 25 years old, Agbaji isn't just another player looking for a fresh start or a change of scenery. This man is a basketball Swiss Army knife, a player who quietly, diligently, and with an almost understated brilliance, put together one of the most impressive defensive seasons you will see from a wing player in the entire league. The numbers, my friends, they don't lie, and they tell a story that should have Lakers fans not just salivating, but outright roaring with anticipation. Picture this, if you will. Jason Tatum, one of the most lethal, versatile, and unstoppable scorers in the NBA, reduced to shooting a measly 28.6% from the field when Agbaji was draped all over him like a suffocating shadow. Tyler Herro, the Miami Heat's offensive spark plug, a dynamic scorer in his own right, managed a paltry 35.3% against Agbaji's suffocating, relentless defense. And Tyrese Maxey, Philadelphia's lightning-quick, explosive guard, was held to a mere 37.5% shooting with Agbaji as his primary defender. These aren't just good numbers, these are elite, shut-down defender numbers, the kind that separate the pretenders from the true contenders. When you can make all-star caliber players legitimate offensive threats look ordinary on a nightly basis, you're not just a role player anymore. You're a weapon. But wait, it gets even better. Because Agbaji isn't a one-trick pony. While he was busy making life absolutely miserable for opposing scorers, he was quietly, diligently developing into a legitimate offensive threat himself. Last season, he connected on an absolutely scorching 40% of his three-point attempts, knocking down an impressive 1.6 made threes per game. For a Lakers team that has, for far too long, struggled with consistent outside shooting, those numbers represent exactly the kind of floor spacing, the kind of offensive gravity they've been desperately seeking. Imagine the lanes opening up for Luka Doncic, the breathing room for LeBron James to operate in the post, the uncontested looks for other shooters. This isn't just a defensive specialist. This is a two-way force in the making, a player whose offensive game is catching up to his already elite defense. The basketball world, like life itself, often operates on timing. And right now, the stars are aligning for a potential Lakers-Raptors deal that could benefit everyone involved, a rare win-win scenario in a league often characterized by zero-sum games. Toronto finds themselves in an interesting, if not enviable, position after acquiring and extending Brandon Ingram. With a roster that already features promising high-upside wings like Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett, the Raptors might be facing a luxury they simply cannot afford: too much talent at one position, creating a logjam and potentially stifling the development of their young core. Basketball executives and insiders across the league have been buzzing about a potential trade package that would send Agbaji to Los Angeles in exchange for Dalton Knecht and Jackson Hayes. On paper, it's the kind of deal that makes perfect sense for all parties involved, which, in today's cutthroat NBA, is rarer than a perfectly officiated game. For the Lakers, they'd be acquiring exactly what they need: a proven 3-and-D wing who's entering his prime and has already shown the ability to guard multiple positions effectively. Agbaji's athletic tools are undeniable. He combines explosive leaping ability with the kind of lateral quickness that allows him to stay in front of even the speediest guards, and the functional strength to battle bigger forwards in the post. His shooting mechanics have improved dramatically each season, a testament to his work ethic, and his basketball IQ on both ends of the floor suggests he's far from reaching his ceiling. Most importantly, for a Lakers team with championship aspirations, Agbaji has already proven he can perform in high-pressure situations against elite competition. Imagine the strategic possibilities for J.J. Redick's offense, with Agbaji spacing the floor, providing consistent outside shooting, and forcing defenders to respect his range. Picture the defensive schemes they could employ, the intricate traps and switches, with Agbaji's unparalleled versatility allowing him to guard positions 1 through 4 when needed, providing an invaluable defensive chameleon. Think about the sheer luxury of having a wing who doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective, who can thrive off ball, but who can also create his own shot when called upon, adding another layer of offensive dynamism. Agbaji's contract situation makes this deal even more appealing for Los Angeles. With just 1 year remaining on his current deal, the Lakers would maintain crucial financial flexibility for future moves, all while getting a legitimate, impactful contributor who could help them compete for a championship this season. It's the kind of strategic thinking that separates good front offices from truly great ones, the ability to see not just the immediate impact, but the long-term implications. The athletic tools that make Agbaji special aren't going anywhere. His 6 feet 5 inches frame, combined with a wingspan that allows him to disrupt passing lanes and contest shots effectively, gives him the physical foundation to excel in any system. His constantly improving ball handling and shot creation suggest he's nowhere near finished developing as a player. He's still ascending, still honing his craft, still adding layers to his game. In the unforgiving, brutal Western Conference, margins for error are razor thin. The difference between a disappointing first-round exit and a glorious championship run often comes down to having the right role players, the unsung heroes who can step up when stars face double teams, hit cold streaks, or simply need a moment of rest. Agbaji represents exactly that type of player: reliable, versatile, impactful, and poised to make a significant difference. He's not just a piece, he's the piece that could complete the puzzle. So, Lakers Nation, the championship puzzle is almost complete, and this might just be the final crucial piece they've been tirelessly searching for. This isn't just a trade, it's a statement. It's the Lakers recognizing a critical need and finding an answer that perfectly fits their timeline and their championship window. Do you believe, as I do, that Ochai Agbaji is the missing piece, the unsung hero who could finally bring banner number 18 to the rafters of the Crypto.com arena? Or do you think there's another path, another player, another strategy that could get them there? Drop your thoughts, your passionate opinions, and your wildest championship predictions in the comments below. And if you're as excited as I am about the prospect of Agbaji donning the purple and gold, smash that like button with the force of a LeBron dunk. Let's make some noise for the next chapter of Lakers glory.